So thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us today. Just to start us off, could you tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and how you found yourself at Aliva?
Oh yeah, I can. So when when I graduated from university as a plant biologist, I was on the one hand I was catched by the theme, by the topic, but on the other hand I was looking for something that where I could turn that into something applied. So basic research was not the thing I wanted to go for. And having that in mind, I found here in Freiburg, where Eleva is located as well, I found a professor who just founded a company that was named Green Innovation at that time. It's, by the way, the same company as Eleva today, um, applying plants and plant biotechnology for developing biopharmaceuticals. And that, of course, was something that I really wanted to join. And well, I had the chance to do so. And from a nowadays perspective, now I lost my hair overdoing this. I spent more than 20 years with this technology and have the chance to co-develop it, and contribute to the growth of that.
Brilliant. And could you tell us a little bit about the work that you do and what Aliva develops?
Sure. So Eleva is a biopharmaceutical company, and we are built around our proprietary technology, which we call biotechnology, and that is deducted from the word bryophytes, mosses. So the technology we have uses one specific moss, Fiscomichella, as a producing organism for biopharmaceuticals. Same as you do with CHO cells, but in our case, it's moss. And that's the technology. With that, we develop both, of course, the technology, as I said before, which I developed now for over 20 years with the team, and we develop assets on the basis of that technology. Assets that um, some of them are our proprietary assets, which can be found on our webpage, which we develop from discovery all the way through to clinic. And on the other hand, we partner with people, with companies or developers that have assets that cannot be developed, and maybe we can shed light on this later, but assets that need our technology to become realized, to be developed. This is where our technology is especially good in.
Yeah, and just a little bit about some of the systems that you have. Are there specific classes of biologics that are particularly well suited for your moss-based expression versus those that remain challenging?
Yeah. So very good question. And basically the question, what do we need moss for? And to answer the other way around, we don't, nobody needs moss for things that can be done already today with, for example, bacteria, yeast, or CHO cells. But there is a very good, if you had have a closer look at it, there's a very good portion of um, asset ideas, asset that have been developed and then abandoned by other people because of production issues. That might be issues, that those lack a certain quality, which you need, of course, in pharma, which is not realized by other systems, or they are abandoned because the systems don't produce them at all. Because, for example, they are toxic, they react with the internal biology of this organism. This is the niche, and as we experience a very large niche, where our technology offers a solution. So moss is, on the one hand, very comparable to mammalian cells because it is a higher plant. It has all the things in place that you need to make a complex protein. On the other hand, for some reason, moss seems to be able to do the failed proteins, the failed products from CHO or HEK cells, from mammalian cells, to rescue those, which we could show in many cases. And this is what we are out for. So our mission is to really bring those projects alive, those proteins alive, that have been abandoned, that are orphaned, as we call it, because until now there was a lack of suitable technology.
Brilliant. And you will be joining us in Boston. What are you going to be talking about in your session, and what do you hope will be the key takeaways?
So I'm very excited to join in Boston. I will be talking about our technology. I will provide much more detail on how this works, what is most very good at, what are the features, what kind of proteins can we make. I will talk a bit about our pipeline project or clinical projects that we have. And the takeaway will hopefully be that I'm totally aware that moss is sort of exotic for the bioproduction environment, but I hope the key takeaway will be okay, that moss is really, when it comes to problems producing a complex protein, that moss is a valuable option, which we offer to try and which we offer to partner to bring projects alive.
Brilliant. And just last question. You've obviously got a lot going on at Aliva at the moment. So what can we expect to see from you in the next 12 to 18 months?
Well, so as I said, we put a lot of years in this technology, and I'm happy to share that now at the moment the technology really is at a technological readiness level where we compete, where we're in the same level with other technologies. There's still some limitations that are inherent, and I think people from the space will know, to plant-based technologies. And if you stay tuned and maybe come to Boston, I will talk about this, and I hope I can convince you that we can lift limits that still exist with our technology. So to see everyone in Boston, I'm quite excited.
Lovely. Thank you so much for talking to us today, and we look forward to seeing you in Boston.
On my side, thanks very much.